may make you sad to hear it, but this is the last story I'm going to tell you. I know you like to hear funny stories with jolly people and a happy end, but I don't have the strength for that anymore. What difference would it make if I lied to you? Well, my last story takes place in a land far away, a land that is about to die. It begins in the autumn forest. This is the story of Sadwick, the sorrowful clown. Sadwick is sleeping uneasily, like every night. And he doesn't even know that he'll destroy the world in the course of just a few days.
What a nightmare. Every night it's the same. I can hardly remember the last time I had a decent night's sleep. Spot? Where could Spot be? He usually comes to see me in the morning. This rock reminds me of one of the most basic principles of life. No matter what you have accomplished, no matter how big your paws or how sharp your teeth are, you can still end up being a doormat for a band of circus clowns. Oh. The rug may look fluffy, but I'm not touching it. I don't want to smell like a dead bear when I go into the woods. Our old stove. The handle is broken off. That's no use. The handle is broken off. Ah, yes. The broken stovepipe. Quite funny how the mind works. Since the handle broke, I made a fuss about how cold it is, forgetting how I always complained about the smoke before. If only my arm was longer and thinner, and it had 2 more elbows, then I could reach in and open the stove from the inside.
Herzlich willkommen zu den Entwicklerkommentaren von Whispered World. Mein Name ist Marco Höhlen und neben mir steht der Poki.
Hallo, ich bin Poki. Ihr kennt mich aus Entwicklerkommentaren zu keine Ahnung. Das Leben des gut. Ach nee, das ist eine Wurstfirma. Ich hab keine Ahnung.
Ich habe so Bildchen gemalt.
Sehr schön. Ja, und plötzlich war das Spiel fertig. Leider heute nicht mit hier hinter dem Mikro ist Bade, also unser Sebastian Schmidt, der sich gedrückt hat, aber tatsächlich auch einen großen Teil der Produktion von The Whispered World mitgehostet hat. Also er ist quasi der dritte Pfeiler im Story- und Rätselteam. Also ein Teil der Rätsel und der Story kommt von Marco, eigentlich der wichtigste Teil. Bin dann immer zu Marco gekommen und habe
ja,
und genau.
Gut, der erste Raum.
Irre, das wusste ich.
Siehst du, ist ja klar.
Ich habe das natürlich nur...
Ja, hast
Ja, du willst...
It's depressing. I hardly own anything. Everything I have fits into this drawer. There's only that stupid note in there. Ben made me write down all my chores. Pure harassment, if you ask me. Oh. What the heck. I'd better collect the note anyway. Maybe I'll find a fire somewhere. Ben has given me a lot of tedious chores for today. Why did I even bother to get out of bed? I once made a list of the most probable causes of my death. The bear's paw was listed number 212, 217, and 321 to 329. Ben told me this kind of candle burns indefinitely. I'll say it's just pretending. Ouch! Oh, damn! This is going to blister. Why do I have to be so clumsy? That's Ben's spare hat. He doesn't like to wear it quite as much as he used to. He says it sags too much since I spilled all the starch. Bobbles, ruffs, small bells. I'd be less embarrassed wearing a potato sack. Bobbles, ruffs, What was that note again? Yes. I remember now. It's where Ben sketched out how the human cannibal act is supposed to work. It's so unfair. He can even draw better than me. That's supposed to be me. Ben didn't get the fearful expression on my face right, though. The most important thing is a solid barrel for the cannon. After all, the cannoneer shouldn't be harmed when he blows me sky high. The plug is attached to the mouth of the barrel. It's the only way to get enough pressure to blow me hundreds of yards into the air. Oh boy, how I hate this act. A small bomb or some gunpowder are sufficient. Just load the cannon and light the fuse. Everything else will turn out fine. Seriously, that's what it says. Everything else will turn out fine. I can't believe this is real. A parachute should provide a safe landing. Then there's nothing to worry about, is there?
Ja, der Kanonenrohrtrick.
Der Kanonenrohrtrick.
Ja. Das war, ich sag mal, es war eine Herausforderung. Ein paar von den Rätseln, die Marco sich hat einfallen lassen für den ersten Teil, die halt auch schon alle im Hintergrund...
Es war ein wenig bescheuert, das wir jetzt nicht sagen.
Nee, aber im Endeffekt hat es sehr stark geholfen. Alleine, wie sich Sedgwick diesen Zettel anguckt und halt irgendwie...
An dem Screen war halt ganz schön irgendwie, jeder hat drauf geguckt und dachte, oh Gott, das geht doch nie, das ist doch blöd und so weiter. Bis dann irgendwie die...
Doch, komm. Mit dem Pfropfen, man braucht einen Pfropfen.
Natürlich braucht man einen Pfropfen, sonst...
This frog reminds me of one of the most basic principles of life. No matter what you have accomplished, no matter how big your paws or how sharp your teeth are, you can still end up being a doormat for a band of circus clowns. Oh. Aha! Ben must have hidden it here. He only does that to annoy me. He knows very well I just hate pointed teeth. I could lose a hand if I reach into there. Ah! Oh boy, that was close. Ben will pay for this. I could have croaked. dozen poorly assembled boards hanging from 2 loosely attached hinges. They protect me from wild predators, murderers, and all the other dangers in life. Or such is the illusion.
Sadwick! You awake? Come here at once. The day's already wasting away.
Right. Another happy day and Spot! Don't just lie around like that. What's wrong with you?
What do you think's wrong with him?
Maybe he's sick. The plague. Or food poisoning.
Don't talk such nonsense.
Worm fungus. Blue pox. It could be anything.
He's thirsty, Sadwick. That's what happens if you don't carry out your chores properly.
Spot can take it. He's tough.
You've got a lot to learn. Caterpillars don't grow very old. Not if you treat them like this anyway. You better get used to the idea.
You're just saying that to annoy me.
I'm serious. You better give him something to drink.
Yeah, whatever, Ben. Come on. Let's go, Spot. We'll get you something to drink. And after that, maybe we can finally do something useful. Come on, Spot. I want to get out of here. Let's take a look around the autumn forest. I say I put lipstick on the pig. My home is rotting. That's my brother Ben. I'll never be able to juggle as good as him. And he keeps telling me that. Over and over again. Can I try?
You want to juggle? Huh? You'd drop your nose if it wasn't attached to your face. Juggling is something for men of action, not for brooding types like you.
A shovel. He digs for roots and onions with it. Working in a compost heap, I think he stirs the soup with it too. This costume won't come any cleaner.
Keep your hands off the laundry. You'll only soil them again.
These are Grandpa's pantaloons. If the stories are true, they've seen the whole wide world. Have saved his life more than once. And caused is already simmering on the stove in Grandpa's trailer. You can tell by the smoking stovepipe and the birds. Pretty chilly during the night. It's a miracle that Grandpa hasn't died of pneumonia. Grandpa's hairnet. He always uses it when he doesn't want his hair to get wet. When taking a bath, when he's cooking, And while he's asleep, more recipes. Who would have thought? Those really are regular recipes. There goes my theory that Grandpa is preparing our meals from the fishing bait manual. That's Grandpa's third pair already. The last two were eaten by woodworm, and it's only a matter of time with these. Unfortunately, Spot... Grandpa has always had a soft spot for animals. I'd rather leave him in there. It wouldn't be much fun to suck it through with a bottleneck for either of us. Yuck. Who would have thought? Those really are. There goes my theory that Grandpa is... Cooking is one of... Not that I didn't know. It's a sign of how... petroleum soup? Seriously. Grandpa's latest creation. Petroleum soup. Inflammatory on the stomach, highly flammable in general, and a hazard to all low-flying birds in the vicinity. Ouch! Hot. Beaver eyes. Grandpa uses them as cooking ingredients. It calls the dish eye candy. Unreachable, like so many things. Who would have thought? There go. The blood of earthworms. The bottle is almost empty again. Unreachable, like so many. I'd rather not. I'm so clumsy. Then they'll roll all over the trailer floor, and I'll have to pick them up by hand. Oh, no. I'd rather not. And then I'd have to... It's hardly a job more exhausting and less appetite. Grandpa uses the shovel to dig ingredients from the compost heap. Grandpa uses the... Yeah, that would look hilarious. Too bad I can't squeeze it through the bottleneck. The door is rotten and loose-fitting. It's pretty chilly during the night. It's a miracle that Grandpa hasn't died of pneumonia. More recipe. The fire dragon trap is empty once again. Grandpa always uses Nowaihi eggs as bait. Bruno sleeps almost all day. He has to drag our trailers through dark forest during the night. I bet he never has nightmares. On the other hand, maybe this world is his nightmare.
Don't. Unlike you, he's already done his work for today. I could have told you that. You and your sense of orientation.
Grandpa looks even older than usual today. This chair's rocking days are long over. Do you need your dentures, Grandpa?
No, not really. We're having soup today. They'd just be in the way.
Grandpa is not a private person. On the contrary, he's an open book, but one whose letters have begun to fade, I must admit. No chance. And he's much stronger than I am. If I could only reach it from the... No, the furnace is broken enough already. Like everything around here is slowly breaking down. I don't want to accelerate that process. Grandpa used to dry his hair and said it gave a relaxed feel, but that was before the handle broke off. Hello, Grandpa.
Oh, hello, Ben. You look different. Is that a new hat you're wearing?
I'm not Ben, Grandpa.
I know, Ben. They don't make hats like they used to anymore.
I'm Sadwick.
When I was a little clown, we used to wear real hats with big, firm bubbles.
Sadwick, your grandson.
I could knock out a full-grown ox with my bubbles. I know, that poor animal, but that's the way people liked their hats back then. Now, what can I do for you, Ben?
I wish you wouldn't always mistake me for Ben.
I know. The world is a vale of tears when you're young. Everybody's against you. But there are worse things than tight hats and pinching shirt sleeves, you know.
I'm paying close attention to your words of wisdom, like always.
When you're old, there are tight pains and pinching pantaloons, too. And this, my boy, is the most important lesson to take into old age. Loose-fitting pantaloons are the most loyal friends you could ever ask for.
Heavens, did he manage to bring his pantaloons into the conversation again?
I had one of those terrible nightmares again.
There's a cute saying I remember from my boyhood on that very subject. What was it? I forgot.
You mean the old saying, dreams are 10 a penny?
What? That's nonsense. Dreams are not tennerpenny. I once knew a guy who sold dreams at considerably higher prices. Now that I think of it, that guy might have been me.
Who in the world bought dreams?
No one. Well, that was where the plan fell short. But it was worth a try. There are always fools who spend money on any little nonsense.
I want to take a look around the autumn forest, but I keep getting lost.
If you want to go for a walk, have you given Spot something to drink yet?
Yes, Grandpa. All done and finished.
Well, you've earned a little walk then. But be careful. The autumn forest is big and dense. Yeah, very, very much like my beard. You can very easily get lost in it. Again, very much like my beard.
I already noticed that.
You'd better take my comb. I mean compass with you. Now, where did I put it? I know, it's in the trailer. Under the bed.
Great. Thanks, Grandpa. Under the bed, right?
Yes, under the bed. I like to take a pinch late at night.
Take a pinch of the compass?
Yes, I know, it's unhealthy. But at my age, well...
Are you sure you're talking about the compass? Don't you mean compote?
Compote? What are you insinuating? Did you nose around my notes? Besides, if I planned anything like that, it would be none of your business. You must consider all the consequences of such a compote, you know.
A compote with broad ramifications?
Yes, so you better keep your nose out of it.
Oh, Grandpa, you're talking about a complot. You're planning a complot.
A complot? I have no idea what you're talking about. You don't need to plan a complot. I just made one not 10 minutes ago, right behind the trailer.
That's compost.
Impossible. I carry the compost with me all the time.
The compost?
Yes, it's in my pocket. I'm pretty sure it is. Just a second. Here it is.
Grandpa, that's not compost. That's the compass.
Really? Then where's the compost? Would you mind checking under my bed?
Sure. Just remind me again later, okay? Now, I'm taking a walk in the autumn forest.
I'll be back for lunch, you hear?
No, thanks. I really don't care for petroleum soup.
What's that?
Oh, nothing really. Thanks, Grandpa. Say, Grandpa, you've seen a lot of things in your time, haven't you?
You can say that again. You can ask me whatever you can carry.
What do you know about the autumn forest?
The autumn forest is an enchanted place full of mystery. Strange creatures dwell there, but not as many nowadays as in the past. In ancient times, lots of diverse tribes lived there. You can still find traces of them in ruins and in caves. When I was a child, half the valley was submerged underwater. Now, there's only that little lake with the island. That's all I can remember at the moment.
That's not surprising. You'd even forget the color of your hair if you didn't look in the mirror regularly.
But I still know that it starts with a G.
That doesn't count.